Right, we are ready with our next run, which is Monster Truck Madness 2 All Races by ZaufKauf. So take it away, ZaufKauf.
We're gonna do Monster Truck Madness 2. Before we had CMR2, which is a pretty decent or a good game in my opinion, and now we're going to go ride some monster trucks in a really bad game. I'm gonna take the car Monster Patrol because it has a massive spoiler, and we need all the downforce we can have. I will make it myself a little bit more difficult. I will put it on professional, the AI, and I will race against 8 other drivers. As you can see, these are all the races. We won't do the Summit Rumbles since those are multiplayer races, and Torture Pit is a bonus race, so we also won't do that. One other thing I have to mention, I will put my gear on max speed because we don't need acceleration. The tire cut suspension, I don't know what they'll do. I haven't tested it out. It's that optimized. If everyone's ready, I will count down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, and there we go, stop. One thing you'll notice, the collisions are very bad. You can get stuck on literally everything, and the AI is really bad. Also, turning, trucks don't want to turn, and if you manage to get a turn, it will just spin out every way. It's just, yeah, the handling in this game is really difficult. And the first lap I have to drive pretty fast because there's a train, there's a timer, it's a global timer on this track, and it's the only track where there is a global timer. Where you have to be fast enough to beat something. Oh, don't hit the trees.
Monster Patrol is looking for a detour.
Yeah, and as you can see, I have to turn in really early and have to brake a lot just to get turns made. And the physics are really awesome. The AI, even on professional difficulty, are nowhere. You can see them going backwards and everything. I missed the train already. Yes. So that was lap 1. Thanks for the good luck. Yeah, what about the topic about this game? When I was young, for some reason, my parents thought, yeah, monster trucks, that might be fun, so they bought me Monster Truck Madness 1. I tried to run that game, but for some reason my PC decided it doesn't want to run that game, it just refuses to run. So I thought, well, let's play Monster Truck Madness 2, because why not? This game is more or less alike. But a lot of the cool things they had in Monster Truck Madness 1, they just laughed out for Monster Truck Madness 2. Like, there were, how you call it, drag races and stadium races. Oh, here you see the first collision detection. I have to get to complete standstill and go to reverse to just go away. And all these, all this debris on the road is just time loss. It's really bad though. Normally you have to get around in like 1 minute. But yeah, that is what makes this game amazing that it's so bad. You can see the AI, they don't know where to go. But the whole principle of this game is just checkpoint races. You go from start, and most of them have 4 or 5 checkpoints each lap. There are some races which have till 13 or something like that. I didn't know I was so slow that I had to train twice. Yeah, but you can't skip these checkpoints. I've tried a lot. You can't skip them. There are some races, for some reason, you can just rush around the checkpoints and they'll activate, and some races they absolutely do not want to cooperate, and you go to a checkpoint and it just doesn't register. So yeah, that's really fun. And if I'm gonna play like this, I'm not gonna go underestimate because I'm already 40 seconds behind my PB. Okay, up to race 2, the heights. And I have to use a map because I really don't know the layout of all these tracks. So as you can see, some trees exist, some trees don't. And maybe for some people this game might be a little bit familiar if someone is a long-time watcher of ESA. Because I believe in 2017 someone did Monster Truck Madness 64 run. Yeah, there is a Nintendo 64 version of this game. But that game has some features which are pretty cool, which this one doesn't have, and that is it has how do you call it? Collectibles, like you can get a boost, you can fly with your monster truck. For some reason, it's not in this game, so it's sadly not gonna see any flying monster trucks. Yeah, as you can see, the AI really doesn't know what to do. They get stuck at checkpoint number 2 most of the time in this one. Yes, and because this is a longer lap, this is, I believe, the only one where we have to do 2 laps. The others we all have to do 3 laps or 1 lap. No, it's straight. Yeah, I don't want to touch the water because the water is just slowing me down really a lot. And here comes the first sequence break, I was gonna say. I'm gonna go backwards here because for some reason I thought it would be very funny to put a large water basin on the end of the lap, and you're just so slow you can't even get forward. It's just really obnoxious. So now we're going backwards and we have to turn the car around because for some reason it doesn't register if you go through it backwards. But yeah, that was 1 lap, and we're gonna do the 2nd lap.
Monster Patrol is on its tippy toes.
If you have any questions, why am I running this? I don't know either. Maybe it's nostalgia, maybe it's because I just wanted to do something different. But yeah, the first couple of levels aren't my strongest point. There will be a couple of rally levels which are a lot faster and a lot more less technical, which are really fun. Get that from away, yes, collisions. But yeah, I don't know why, but they thought let's get really really authentical, and they put a park on the gearbox. So I don't know when you would use the park function, but yeah, you have it if you want to. Most of the time, if I want to reverse, I go one too far, and I just put it into park, which is, yeah, really, really useful, of course. Yeah. Skipping the water this time. And trying to not get stuck in the trees here. Also, one really cool feature is you can push the throttle once, and as long as you don't touch the brakes, you will just keep accelerating. You don't even have to put on the throttle. It's one of these mechanics this game makes it so good. And turn around, and come on, that was heights. Don't press enter too much, and we go to graveyard. First time it always rains, even if you choose clear conditions. Don't hit. Get off me, overkill. No. Yeah, as you can see, this is a really good game. And there's awesome scream physics, awesome screams. You will keep hearing that this race. Come on. This is really bad. But yeah, you might think, why am I choosing this car and not another one? And here's one of the races where you don't have to go through the checkpoint for some reason. I believe it's only one of two which have this feature. But yeah, the reason why I take this car is because this one and Gravedigger are, I believe, the lightest two with the long wheelbase. And there is one, so slow through corners, and there's one other car, I can't remember the name at the moment, which has a shorter wheelbase, and the others are all long wheelbase and a lot heavier, which slide a lot more than this one. But yeah, as you saw in the first lap, this is one of the races where we turn back, so we don't have to go through the tunnel. This tree, those physics are just amazing. You have to don't hit the tree. Yes.
Monster Patrol is looking for a detour. Monster Patrol is making its move.
I have a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the screaming? I can hear screaming.
The screaming is the checkpoints you go through. In every level you have different sounds for going through checkpoints. And here they thought...
Also, I just realised, I just looked at the map. The maps are funny.
Yeah. they didn't realise it, I think, when they designed it.
Oh god.
I need the map though for most levels, because I can't really remember all of the layouts. The screaming will stop for the next one, luckily.
Colin said maybe that. That's true.
Yeah, then maybe his ghosts are running over. it's it's the people screaming for the graphics and the gameplay of this one. They're just afraid of all the monster trucks and how fast they are going. But I'm not going fast at all.
Monster Patrol has won the race.
I can already tell I'm going over estimates. By the way.
I mean, to be honest, I don't. It doesn't look like it'll go. I mean, it doesn't look like it's gonna go over estimate anytime soon.
Who's passing out the hard
Well, I'm at the moment 1 minute and 40 seconds behind my PB in three races, so that you can see how good I'm going today.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, don't worry about it too much. Besides, I had like the 5 minutes, minutes behind. Sorry, 5 minutes ahead of us. Ahead of schedule anyway.
Oh, then freaking me. Yeah, now the battle level starts, you get a little bit more freedom, and the car bounces all around, but you can keep more speed around these turns. That makes it a little bit better. The first couple of levels are really tight, and now the bigger levels start. And that's why I took the longest gearbox, so I can get some speed. Because if you take the standard gearbox, I believe the maximum speed is like 60 kph. Yeah, as you can hear now, it's a horn which you can hear if you go to the checkpoint. And every different level has a different theme and has a different sound for it. But yeah, if you think, wow, this game looks really cool, I want to run it. I tried to contact the moderators for this game on speedrun.com. None of them have reacted, so my runs aren't verified at all. But yeah, I like it. It's silly, but I really like to do this. Yeah. Dumb races. Normally you would right away put the AI on the lowest difficulty and just get 1 or 2 opponents, and you wouldn't see them at all, or just see them getting dragged by the helicopter. Because if you get stuck, you can call on a helicopter to pick you up. But sometimes it also can be a pterodactyl. Really random, but yeah. I don't know. But I hope you guys are enjoying this run, because I am at least. Ooh.
It's different to say the least.
Yeah. It's really different. It's not really a rally game, but it's off-road.
It's off-road, off-road count.
And you can play the multiplayer, so I don't know if it will still work, but yeah. Oh. And if you get out of control, you just have to brake. There's no way you can get it back on track.
Monster Patrol has won the race.
That's the one. This is one of the races from the first Monster Truck Madness.
How'd you like to see that in your rearview mirror?
Yeah, physics. Get a mowing. but this is one of my favorite tracks because it's fast and it's a simple turn. Thanks. I shouldn't have put the AI in Flash though, to be fair. These pylons can also be...
Here comes Monster Patrol! Duck and cover! Signs of monster truck and ties.
But yeah, if people have questions or comments, or if there are any more donations or bit wars, just get them through, because this is really a simple level. It's just a figure 8.
Monster Patrol is breaking for the stars!
And you can see the AI just falling off the cliff and just doing whatever. It's... don't want to hit those sides because they are just, how do you call it? Those objects don't move. It's just, your truck will just stop when you hit a side.
The streams just got all with me. It's like you splashed into the AI.
Yeah.
After that. Literally, like the guys flipping all over the place, you're there like landing on it like it's nothing.
It's
Is
really
it
right.
I was gonna say, is it quite a simple run to do this?
Yeah,
Like, fairly straightforward.
Yeah, it's simple to do, but it takes a lot of time to get used to the physics. Because if you go into a turn and you think I'm not gonna make it, you're not gonna make it. You can brake, but then you go just straight, and if you let go of the gas, of the throttle, you will just keep accelerating. So you have to commit for every corner. And brake.
Gotcha.
So
yeah, if we've got a quick 2 minutes to talk about a few things.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Let's go.
So, for those that are unaware, or I'm pretty sure everyone's aware by now, but just to be taught about who we're raising money for and some ongoing bid wars. So we're currently raising money for the Dutch Cancer Society, which is a nationwide organisation committed to fighting cancer whilst aiming for a better cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. All of your donations, whether that be through bid wars, through bidding targets, or any donations in general, will go straight to the society. We have currently got a ongoing active bid war for the next 2 runs following this one, which are the Neo Drift Out new technology run, and that will basically be whichever car has the most money donate towards it. So whichever wins, that will be the car that the run will choose. So we have the Mitsubishi Lancer, which is currently winning on $5, the Super Impreza, which is on $2.50, and the Toyota League, which is currently at $0. So if you'd like to see any whichever of your favourite cars get picked by the runner and used for the run, then be sure to get those donations. Donations for that bid war will actually close at the end of this one, just before the start of the next run, because obviously the next run is the bid war. And there's also one following that run, which is after the Neo Drift Out run, which is coming up next. We also have a Sega Rally Championship 1995 Championship speed run being done by me. And the bid war for that is basically you get to pick which of the cars I have given you, which is either Toyota Celica or the Lancer G Delta. At the moment it's on a dead heat with $0 for each, but you can obviously make the difference. You guys have to make differences with I drive. If it's a dead heat or a tie, then I'll pick one of the 2 cars I'd like to drive. But just putting that out there. And we also have one last donation target, which is for the Top Gear 2 coming up later on today, and that's the USA %. And basically what that entails is if we meet the $25 target, which we're about halfway down currently, if we hit the $25 target for that one, then what will happen is we will get technical to do the US tracks as a bonus run. So that's like an extra 10 minutes on top of the run. So if you want to see technical do all that, then be sure to get those donations in. And yeah, I'll hand it over to ZaufKauf for the rest of the Monster Truck Madness 2 run.
Yeah, as you can see, I just did the first rally race. There's only one lap. This is another one. They're just really long. The previous one is really easy. It's just straight hairpin, straight hairpin. This one is if you played it as a kid, you'll probably be very terrified because there is around this corner. I'm not gonna go there, but there is a tiki, and if you hit it, you will get a very creepy face on screen. Come on. Okay, I'll try it once more. Then I want to skip almost the complete. Come on. Come on. Ah, yeah, there we go. That's annoying. The game thinks it will put you straight, but come on. But actually, since you're going backwards, it doesn't put you on the right track. But yeah, give him a break for trying. But yeah, there's a tiki head, and if you hit it, you get a scream and a tiki really big in your face. So as a kid, I was always very terrified of this game. Oh, come on. Well, you can see the helicopter. Come on. I absolutely hate this level. Sorry for that. There's a pterodactyl. I'm gonna just get a really long run up because this game really doesn't like me. But yeah, we lost like a minute there. So as you can see, this game is just amazing. I would recommend everyone just to try it once. Then you can see how much of a struggle it is. I believe yesterday we had a discussion about really bad racing games. Well, I would argue to put this one on the list as well because it's just so wacky.
Monster Patrol has won the race.
Excavation is actually my favorite level, so hopefully I'm not gonna screw it up too much. it's really fast. Don't get this block. Don't hit that block. Really.
Here comes Monster Patrol. Duck and cover.
Yeah, my previous test runs were both in the 38s, and I believe if it goes on like this, I'll be lucky to get a 42. But yeah, it happens. You people get to enjoy the E-Hearts and the horns a bit more.
Monster Patrol is hanging 10. Oh, the humanity!
The AI is literally the bane of my existence. It's just
Monster Patrol got 4 big wheels, but ain't using any of them. Monster Patrol is doing it in
yeah. The fun thing about this game is, though, it's which I really like, is that they put a lot of Easter eggs in it. There are a couple. If I would have had gone over estimate, I would have showed a couple of them. But yeah, they tried to put a lot of effort in it. But I think they probably could have adjusted the driving handling a bit more, instead of all these things on the outside to make it better with the licensed monster trucks and stuff. Oh yeah, and when they're waiting for a helicopter, trucks don't exist. You can just go straight through them. Didn't know if I mentioned that already.
Monster Patrol got 4 big wheels, but ain't using any of them.
But yeah, it's a little bit of backstory about this game. It's a 1998 sequel of Monster Truck Madness. It's produced, made by Microsoft, and I believe 2 games they made after this one were Motocross Madness and it's okay. And what was it called? Kart racing, but was insane kart racing, I believe. But yeah, they thought this game was actually pretty good for its time, for some reason, and it sold really good. I don't know if in Europe it also did as well, but yeah. Also, these rocks are just amazing. I've had a couple of these rocks just shoot me across the level, which can lose you up to minutes, because it can just, frame rate can just make it that you will get shot through the other side of the level. And they're everywhere in this race. Yeah, normally I would try to do a shortcut here, but since everything is not going really well, I probably would hit the train. I'll probably get sent flying, so I take the safe way.
Monster Patrol is looking for a detour.
There's another rock. But yeah, the draw distance is also something which is really handy, because you can't see further than 5 feet. You can also just manually change the weather, which is amazing, because you can make it. I can do it for. Nah, I won't do it. But you can make it pitch black, and then you literally can't see more than a meter from your truck, even with the lights on. You just have to guess where the track is. It's so stupid. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, but yeah, it exists. And here we're just going to get the cars a bit.
Monster Patrol is looking for a detour.
Because the track is a suggestion, only checkpoints matter.
Monster Patrol has won the race.
I got a gold split. How good was that? Just 2 more levels to go, and these are 2 really easy levels. So yeah, we're almost done with this run. I hope everyone is enjoying it still. Yeah, you flip your truck over really easy on this ledge, so I try to wait as long as possible. In this level, if you put it into snow, the weather to snow, you can play ice hockey on the lake with the monster trucks. However, the physics on the ice, you can't steer. You can only go forward or backwards. They thought, who thought to make the ice physics like that? I don't know, but they made a mini game of playing ice hockey without being able to turn, and it's really dumb, because I would love to. I love such a mini games. So, dang it! You can see the goal there. And yeah, this game is really hectic when you play with. Come on.
Now listen, what part of the word checkpoint do you not understand?
I understand it, but I'm just that bad that I missed that. And yeah, this game is pretty unforgiving. It's when you make a mistake, you are not easily making that really good. Making it up again, just the handling model is just. You can see it. I have to brake so much just to get a car turned in, and this is one of the cars which turns better than the others, which says a lot. Missing a jump. Get through. Don't get stuck. Yes.
Roll, baby, roll.
Yeah. After this, we just have tumbleweed flats, which is the longest level, I believe. For some reason, they thought, you know what?
Monster Patrol.
We haven't had enough checkpoints in the race. Let's put 14 in one race. Just why not?
Ready or not, here we go! Go! Nothing a little plastic surgery can't fix.
Even the AI is like, what is a road? But yeah, since we put it on maximum speed, we're a lot faster than these guys. So as long as I can make this turn, they won't hit me. They won't get in the way. Don't hit the water is bad.
Monster Patrol shows no mercy. If that were alive, it'd be roll kill now.
The one thing I'm not gonna miss is the commentators say everything, giving comments about everything you do. At first it might seem fun, but every time you make a mistake or you miss a checkpoint, him just saying to you, do you know how checkpoints work? Or what part of the word checkpoint don't you understand? It gets pretty annoying if you're making a lot of mistakes. Yeah, this is the last race. I believe it has, as I said, 14 checkpoints. So I will say when time is coming. There goes my estimate, and I think it's like almost 2 minutes to go still, because this is a really long race for this game. Yeah, I have to remember somewhere here is a bridge, and so I have to follow the course, because otherwise I will fall in the water and you will see me get a helicopter again, 'cause that is really fast. So I'll try to make the to-dos a bit safer. I believe it's after checkpoint 11. Turn. Yeah, as you can see, slowing down and turning, it just doesn't go together. You really have to throw your truck into turns, and if you're too late, yeah, you're screwed.
So when is time roughly? Is it when you cross?
Yeah, when I cross the finish line, it's I believe 2 more checkpoints. Oh yeah, you're a bit behind, but I will tell what time is coming up. Here's the bridge. I've fallen off it numerous times. Come on.
Oh, the game was really easy. Is it like the size of the lead you pulled up current race?
Yeah.
You just can't catch it. That's it. You've gone.
the AI is really bad. Even on professional, they really don't know what to do. If it's straight, it's okay, but if they have to make a corner, by the way, time. But if they have to turn a corner or something, it's just so bad. They really don't know where to go. Yeah, they are more than 2 minutes slower than me on this last stage. Like, if I can see how much, yeah, I was sort of half a minute slower than my fastest time. But yeah, that was Monster Truck Madness 2. Yeah, it's a game. That's all I'm gonna say. If you think I like monster trucks and I like to do a speedrun, I would suggest do a speedrun of Monster Truck Madness 64, because at least you have flying monster trucks there, and there's a bit of strategic use of items. Whereas this is just trying to go fast with really bad handling cars.
Well, I've got to say, your final time in the end was a 42:29.
That's really bad.
Yeah.
I believe my PB is at 38:04, so it's 4.5 minutes slower.
It's no problem, no problem.
Yeah,
But thanks again for doing another run. I know we had you doing Colin McRae Rally 2 yesterday.
yeah, that went a bit better. It's a bit better game than this. But yeah, thanks for showing it off.
No worries.
And yeah, everyone enjoy the rest of the marathon.
No problem. Okay, so we have literally just one other. We've got like a few runs coming up now, and yeah, it's over to the next one. So we'll be back in a very short while with the next run. I hope you guys enjoy it, and we will see you very, very shortly.